Hello my friends and welcome to episode 31 of our Football Manager 2021 Let's Play with Rangers. Today we are reviewing our third season and trophies 6 and 7 I believe that we collected this season. We won treble, 5, 7, yes 7 trophies indeed. So how did this season unfold? Well, of course, you can see here we made a lot of signings. Benkovic having an absolute stormer. Transfer details, it's highlighting Florian Coleman, who I thought was one of the worst signings of the season, let's be truthful. Yeah, it's down to his transfer fee that's made him successful. You know, he's tripled in value straight away. Oh. 2 new arrivals. So Benkovic was the star performer of these apparently. Average rating, yes he was. 11 goals and so 1 and 4 almost from centre back with 2 assists. Pavlovic Manchin that round about 1 and 4, just under Livakovic with 51 appearances from goalkeeper of course. Bradaric with 42, 1 goal, 7 assists. Not a great return from Bradaric on that. But you know, he only cost 2 million. He is right. So it's highlighting what's here, right? That makes sense. He's now going to be worth a lot more than that. Yeah, he's up to 10 million. Lewis Nielsen, he's gone down in value, but he's very good. I've offered him a new contract. I think he's going to last a while. Coleman we've mentioned. Ross McCrory, he's just, you know what he is. Leighton Stewart and Liam Diamond, the other two. Leighton Stewart, 22k he cost apparently. Is an unbelievable bit of business. Of course, cross-border fee there, and Liam Diamond next to nothing as well. I feel like he costs more than that. Hey ho, transfers out. Hadji, 54 million. And he's actually gone down to England and actually played fairly well. Yanis Hadji, Katic, Edmundson, how's he got on? Not really kicked on. Woodman struggled with us. He'll have increased in value actually. McKenna, kind of similar to where he was. Kilman went and done okay. Mail, he had a loan to Bristol Rovers. Now that's not from us. We sold him to Newcastle. Robbie McCrory played a couple of games. Loans. Let's have a look at our loans, because here I'm going to see some now. Aaron Caventes was a key player for Livingston, 48 games in their promotion team. Kyle Semple played 5 less for Kilmarnock. Not bad considering he was an outfield player. 4 assists and 1 goal for Kyle Semple in their league winning side, both Livingston and Kilmarnock getting promoted. Adam Devine at Falkirk, 42 games, so 1 less again. So almost a full season for him. In fact, it might even be because it might be an extra cup game or something for Kelly. Done very well. They also got promoted. Airdrie, I'm not sure what they done this season, but 42 games for Liam Diamond. Bristol City and Tony Weston, 40 appearances, 17 goals, 7 assists in the Championship. I think that was a very worthwhile loan for Tony Weston, and he will be knocking on the door for the first team next season. I will need to assess him fully when he comes back. Chris Mockery at Hamilton, 37 games. Now I think, were they in the same league as us? No, they were the league below. Loans out. Now, what did I do that by? It was by that. Mockery. Nathan Young-Coombs, 40 appearances, 4 off the bench for Swansea. Michael Brown, I believe was League 1 Player of the Season. Harley Ewan, another bunch of games for Ayr. Is there anyone else? Leon King, 28 games despite having a broken foot for Aberdeen. Again, will be knocking very much on the door next season. 18 starts and 20 off the bench for Kane Richie Holster at Sunderland. Stephen Kelly, 17 and 1 off the bench for Hamburg in the Bundesliga. Robbie Fraser, 16 in appearances in Kilmarnock's title winning season, as I said. Alex Lowry went on loan quite late in the season, 6 appearances, 2 off the bench so far for him. Malcolm Mabui also there. Leighton Stewart, a loan that has not worked out well. Really should have been a good loan for him, and I should have called him in January, and he was injured and the manager promised me he'd play, so hey ho. And Sam Campbell was recalled in January after not playing a single game for Hibs. So as I mentioned last season, 110 points, so 2 worse than our treble winning season, coming at the hands of an 0-0 draw and a 1-1 draw rather. Average attendance of 48,883. I have asked the board for an extension. I believe that has been granted and will cost in the region of £38 million, so that will affect our bank balance for our eventual goal of the season. Final position first, of course, competition top goal scorer is Meyer for us. 30 points gap to, in fact, 30 points? 20 points gap, sorry, to second place Celtic. Although 90 points, a respective haul. And almost, that's at what, 50 point gap to Motherwell in third. I was kind of hoping that we'd be dragging a Hibs and Aberdeen and Motherwell along with us. We're really not. I was kind of hoping, they would start closing the gap to us. They really aren't. It's a shame. That was a friendly cup game where we lost every single game. That was during the World Cup, the Ibrox Invitational. We expected to reach the group stage of the Champions League. Of course, we reached the last 16. We were unbeaten until then, and really over the 2 legs. And I'm trying to look at this objectively, and I was talking to G Turpy, who commented on the New Year's Eve video rather. He said, 24 shots with 1 on target, and the XG was probably about 2.4, and I went, well, actually, looking back, there's probably a lot of long shots. Inter probably defended really, really well. Italian teams are always known for their defending. Maybe we were dominant but couldn't get into their box, kind of thing. So I'm looking at that objectively and saying that Inter were just a better team, and that's really not surprising to say realistically, is it? Competition top goal scorer for us was Adam Halsick with 9 goals. Hopefully, we're in good shape for that next season. Scottish Cup, we won, of course, unbeaten. In fact, we only conceded 2 goals in the entire competition, both at the hands of Aberdeen in the first round that we had to play. Everything else, 6-0, 4-0, 3-0, 3-0. And even the one against Aberdeen was a 5-2. It was an absolute demolition for us, and a disappointing Betfred Cup, getting knocked out to Celtic, and probably what was our worst performance of this season. Biggest win came in the league, a 7-0 win over relegated St Johnstone. Match to remember, a 5-0 against St Mirren. I don't remember it. So that tells you how much that's a match to remember. And goal of the season is from Lovro Meyer. Again, I don't remember that specific strike, but it doesn't surprise me that Lovro Meyer is in for goal of the season. I think there was a couple of absolute crackers, to be honest. So, how you lined up. So, we're down on sponsorship from last season to the same amount. Okay? We're down on broadcast revenue by a considerable amount, and I do not know why. How have we managed to lose 4 million in broadcast revenue? I do not understand that. I really don't, guys. We've actually had Champions League this season as well, and last season. Should be a lot more than that for both seasons, because you've got the Champions League broadcast revenue. Okay. Horpet and Hospitality down from last season for some reason. Competition prize money increased from last season by another further 12 million. Obviously comes from our predominantly dominant performance in the Champions League at a group stage. 2 million a game, so, and then obviously I think it was about 5-10 million for being in the knockout stages. So that's where that came from. And match day and commercial and retail is down, which is a bit bizarre as well. I'm not quite sure on this one. Shirt sales, 4.85 million. Does that not class as retail? Non-domestic of that is about 10%, which is really good. 32,000 shirts sold, which I think is actually quite small for Rangers. I'm sure we sell more than that. In fact, 32,000 shirts isn't even Ibrox. There's no way we would only sell on 32,500 shirts in a season, surely. Surely. I'm going to Google this. I'm going to Google this while I'm talking about it. How many shirts do Rangers sell? So this is from, this article here that I'm looking at right now is from, over 100,000 shirts are sold, by the way, here. And this is a Castore deal, so we're in January. This is still Castore kits, so this is the first season. What date is this? No other fan base in the world, blah blah blah, humbled by support. The third kit wasn't even out at that point. Yeah, so this isn't even August. All 3 kits will be available to pre-order on the Rangers online shop during the week commencing Monday, 10th of August. So this is just home kits, was 100,000 in the first week. This is 32,000, all kits. This is absolutely bonkers. You know, you're talking 3 times that. Minimum on just home kits in the first week of sales in real life. I didn't think that was right. How we lined up: Livakovic, Patterson, Benkovic, Pavlovic, Bradaric, Nico McCrory, Marin, Mayer, Ken and Halls. No real arguments with that. I don't think Marin played that as many games as some others, but I agree that he probably should be in the first team based on how he played towards the end of the season. Manager awards. Manager of the month for July, October, December. I didn't get it a few times here actually. January, February, March, April. Didn't even get it for May. Football Writers Manager of the Year. Fans Player of the Season, Lovro Mayer, no real surprise. Young Player of the Season is Pavlovic. Again, maybe some surprises there. Signing in the season is Livakovic, that is a surprise. And Lovro Mayer gets the goal of the season, as we've already covered. Most clean sheets, record breakers. Most clean sheets by a player in a single season. Dominic Livakovic with 33. Most Player of the Match awards in a single season is Lovro Mayer with 19. Worst discipline, unfortunately, goes to Ross McCrory. And highest transfer fee received for Yanis Hadji. There must have been some add-ons there that have been triggered to get him to that full 54 million that we mentioned earlier on. So history in the making. So let's confirm these board promises. Improve training facilities, improve youth facilities, and expand the stadium. All very much there. Should be completed by the end of July, which would be fairly good actually. Now I think it's only going to be about 8,000, but that's the way to go. Finances wise, we're at 148 million in the bank. Now I don't know if that money for the stadium and the youth facilities blah 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 has gone out yet. We'll find out here. Livakovic clean sheet record. In fact, 26 beating the record of 21. 21's not the record. I'm sure 23's the record, because I'm sure they've mentioned that with us this season, that 23's the record. And obviously we're closing in on that quite quickly. Finished the season unbeaten. Benkovic praised me. EP. Rangers players inducted into the best overall 11. Livakovic was the pick. Doesn't surprise me. But Pavlovic, Benkovic, Orsic, Marin all introduced. So most of them will be on the bench. Pavlovic, Benkovic, Orsic and Marin all on the bench. Adam Halsick has moved into the first team though. So there's that. We've just went through all that. We'll high tempo pressing entered. I don't play high tempo. I can't even remove it. I'd really rather just get rid of this. Oh, whatever. You're not gonna budge with me. I'm on A+ and you're not gonna budge. Discuss plans for next season. Expect to win it. Nothing to add. Exactly. Good account of ourselves in the Champions League. Yep. No worries. And I'll see you when you get back. sorted. Only Mimmin not annoyed. Not that fussed for him. There's our team report. We'll go through it all at some point. I'm not going to go through it just now because, you know, a lot of this is nonsense to read. Questionable work ethic. I think I disagree with that. Injury report for the season. Longest spell, yes. Not too bad. Most of them were out on loan, I think. Back on the 26th of June. Writers and football. I'm going to skip ahead just one day to see if we get the details on the stadium and youth facilities, because, you know, you would expect them to get done pretty quickly. So we're skipping forward that one day, and then we'll go through transfer plans, tax bill, commercial summary. This is bonkers to me. Stadium plan announced. Oh wow, we're going straight up to 64,000, and it's going to cost 80 million, and it's going to take a year to complete. Wow, that was not what I was expecting. That was not what I was expecting. The initial plans were a lot less costly than that. They were going to be done within a couple of months. This is crazy. I believe 64,000 is the in-game hard cap for Ibrox. So, you know, it's a big jump from the board. You know, it's a 15% increase, isn't it? 5,000 is 10%. So yeah, 15% increase almost. No, it might be more than that. Yeah, 30%. Yeah, because 5 is 10%. 30% increase. Training and youth facilities. So they're spending 90 million of that hard earned money that I've got. Simple with the trophy that we've went through sort of all that. League 1 Player of the Year is on my shortlist. League 1 Top Goal Scorer is on my shortlist. Mayor Players Writer of Player of the Year doesn't surprise me. Mayor wins Player of the Year and Writer's Player of the Year, sorry. Second in Top Goal Scorer. Good effort from him, to be fair. Pavlovich wins Young Players, doesn't surprise me. And Writer's Young Player, again, doesn't surprise me. 7 of my players were named in the Team of the Season, including Livakovic, Patterson, Pavlovich. Livakovic, Patterson, Pavlovich, Benkovic, that's the wrong way round. Bradaric, McCrory and Durrami. Not even my first choice striker getting in there. Of course, that injury to Holzik really held him back. That annoys me that they're the wrong way round, by the way. Bradaric claims a bonus for that, so that is 56,000. 64,000 Ibrox will be next season. But until then, info facilities, we were down at 46,000, so we've taken a 10% hit to in a year's time take a 30% gain. So that's good. Those short sales are still really annoying me. Transfer wise, I don't see us envisioning us going for many players. I think a left back would be needed, because I think Bassey, where are you, son? Calvin Bassey is nowhere near good enough, and I don't think James Maxwell is ever realistically going to be good enough. He is kicking on a bit. Maybe I'm going to reassess him over the summer, but I don't think he's going to be good enough. So I'm leaning to just selling James Maxwell, and, you know, bringing a left back in, or even we could promote from within. Really, what's our left back's option here? We've got Finacre Point, never going to be good enough. We spent money on him too. Is one of the Ewans a left back? Ewans, yeah, he's Ewan. Certainly not Harley. Where's Casey? Kelsey. You're not either. Why are you in the under 18 still? I thought you'd have been promoted to at least the reserves by now. So left back wise, we've got Ashley Hughes as well. He needs a bit longer, I think. Maybe a loan. Again, might not be good enough, but at 18 he's got potential still. And that's it, I think. Kyle Semple is a centre back. I don't care what you're going to tell me, he is a centre back, and I'm kind of hoping the AI has been playing him as a centre back. See it mostly as centre back, odd left back appearance, but centre back all the way throughout the season. With only the odd one at left back, so even the AI is agreeing with me, he is a centre back. We've got Josh Doig, of course, but prefer him on the right. So on the outs, we've got Glenn Kamara with interest from Bournemouth. I'd be very open to that. Calvin Bassey, I've said I would like to sell. Nathan Patterson, it's going to take a big bid for me to sell Nathan Patterson, let's be truthful. Nico, take a big bid from Fulham. Orsic, I said before, in the last episode I think actually, I'd be interested in selling Orsic. He's 30 years old now, he's worth 13 million, which is a lot more than what we've paid for him. We paid 3.7. But this value is only going to decline from here. It'd be good to get that money off the wage budget at a time where I think, we've got guys breaking through. Mimno, I would consider selling him now. I don't think he is of the quality that we are looking for, and I don't think he's developing enough now. If we could get him alone, that might change. He certainly was hindered by not being first team this season and developing through football, but not being able to get a loan. Livakovic, as I said, would take a special bid. Pavlovic would probably take a special bid, but I'm more open to that than Livakovic. Benkovic, semi-open if the price is right. Coleman, I'm more than happy to sell, and I think his release clause is not much more than his value, so I do see that being triggered and him going. To be truthful, Grant Thackeray, end of contract, that doesn't surprise me. Sam Probert, and these are all young players that I'll assess sort of separately. So squad wise, I'm fairly content with. I don't see us having to bring anyone in unless we lose, kind of thing. So be what I would call again very much a reactive window. But again, I'm going to be assessing all these young players that are at the club because Alex Lowry's played well when he's had a shot. Stephen Kelly, can do a job. Bobby Carroll can do a job. Kane Richard-Holster can do a job. We know young Coombs, Weston, Kai Kennedy, all these guys could do a job. And certainly defensively, you've got Cresswell, Hamilton, Leon King, Doig. I feel like I'm missing one. Cresswell, Hamilton, Leon King, Lewis Nielsen, excuse me, because he's not loaned out, I'm missing him. All these guys can do a job. Goalkeeper wise, we might need a backup goalkeeper. But on this, guys, let me know what you would do in this window. Would you go out hunting for players and sell on, or would you wait on the bids coming in? What kind of positions would you be looking for? Let me know what your opinions are on bringing the youth players in and giving them a proper go of it. But thank you all so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this. If you did, hit like, hit subscribe, and I'll hopefully catch you all next time.